Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this morning mobility. I will be your coach and training partner, Coach Gene. We have a fantastic 15 minutes planned. I wanted to hop on a little early just to, one, let you know what you're going to need. Yoga mat, we are going to be doing some quadruped action, so on the knees, on the hands, so some padding on the knees will feel good. Other than that, take the shoes off, get ready to move. Thank you so much for being here. And also, it's my favorite time to move. Mornings are when I feel the freshest. I'm sure you do too as well. If you are struggling with some areas of your body, just a quick tip. One would be consistency over time. So just being able to hit that area over a consistent time period instead of just trying to do it once a week or twice a week. And then the second one is, let's try to write those exercises down. That's going to help you in the long run. And over time, you're going to remember what you did and be able to take some ownership of those movements. And it's something that's helped me, even if I just write it down and take a picture of it. It's something that I can go back to and log what I've been doing. So without further ado, let's go on and get that mobility session in. Go ahead and take a spot on the ground. Okay, we're going to be on all fours. We're just going to start with some T-spine movement. So big flexion extension, or otherwise known as that cat-camel position or cat-cow. So just throw that chin in the air, round that spine up to the ceiling, and then come back down, tucking that chin in. Trying to get that nice scared cat position, and then back. We're just going to do each one for 3. So just remember that number 3. Try to give yourself a good base with your hands and your knees. Try to screw yourself in with your hands and also trying to drive out slightly with the knees. That'll engage more of the glutes. Once you finish 3 and 3, we're just going to rock or extend your hands a little bit farther out and then just rock those hips back to your heels. Drive out, and then you're just going to push your chest up. Okay? And now on your second and third rep, I want you to, so if I'm facing you, I want you to reach left hand to right shoulder. That's going to give you a little bit more relaxation, then come up to neutral, driving that chest up. Okay, same thing with the right hand to left shoulder. And we're just going to do each one for 1. Really trying to look for as much movement here as possible, so just follow along. Next one, we're going to go bird dog. So I'm going to drive my I'll do my right leg and left hand. So I'm just driving out with both, trying to get nice and long and extended, and then coming back in to that nice rounded position that we just practiced, and then just driving out. Notice how my foot isn't going way up. I want to keep it nice and close to the ground, focus on getting extension through my leg. 3 each side. And switch. Really just try to point with that hand and foot as long as you can. Imagine there's a wall behind you. You're trying to drive your foot against that wall. 3 each side. And then I want you to come to a tall kneeling position. Okay? And then just kick one of those legs out. We're going to get into our tripod position. So in this instance, my left leg is out, right leg is bent. I'm going to extend my hand out in front of me. Okay, and then I'm just going to drive my hips straight back. So I'm in this tuck position with my hip and my torso. And then from here, I'm just going to drive through this hole, really trying to put my ear to the ground, put my face to the ground, reach. You should feel that in the leg that's extended, and then come up nice and tall to the ceiling, trying to wrap that hand around the back of your head, and then repeat for 3 each side. Switch it up. Back into our tripod position, hand comes out, so it's the same hand as the knee that is bent on the ground. Drive back first to secure that lumbar. We're going to listen to the ground. We're going to reach to the ceiling. Okay? Listen to the ground. Reach to the ceiling. For 3. Very nice. Perfect. All right, now let's come up to that half kneeling position that we all know and love. Okay. When we get into this half kneeling position, remember we want to try to curl that back toe. Okay, the knee that's down, we want to curl that back toe. We want to create some pressure through the glute. In this instance, I want to work on some ankle mobility. So I'm going to try to drive my knee over my foot without letting my heel come up. So let me show you what I'm talking about. We're going to go for 3. So if this is my neutral position, all I'm going to do is just drive forward. Really try to attack that Achilles and soleus, okay, that lower part of that lower leg in the back there, and then just drive forward. Okay, so drive out, get that knee to glide over the toe, and then drive back. We're going to do 3 each. Try to hold for 2 seconds or so. If you want to create some extra pressure with the hands on top of the knee, you can. Okay, switch it up, same thing. So right here, we're just really just trying to attack that ankle mobility, driving over. That dorsal flexion is so important for all the squatting motions. It's going to allow you to get a little deeper. Usually those that lack that dorsal flexion, it can be tough to get into a deep squat. So it's great to kind of hit that area. Next movement, we're going to continue that half kneeling position. This time we're going to throw the arms in the mix. So we're just going to drive straight up with the hands. Okay, and then we're just going to rotate that body against the knee without letting that knee cave out. We're going to control, drive away, and then separate the hands, getting some T-spine rotation, and then just relaxing at that neutral position. So drive straight up with the hands, rotate, make sure that knee is driving in as well, crossing that midline, open up, and then relax. Let me show you another angle. So I'm here, drive, open, relax. 3 each side. Remember that number? We're going to be doing 3 of each. You guys are doing great. I'll try to slow it down, make sure that you guys can continue to follow me. If you ever finish early, just try to add a couple more reps. Remember, all of these videos are recorded, so you can always kind of go back to them, watch them, use them whenever you need. Always a great reference point. So 3 each side, and then go ahead and relax. All right, so from that half kneeling position, we're going to start with that knee on the ground, okay? And on that front leg, okay, we're going to drive forward with our torso, creating a little bit more tension. And we're just going to push directly through the ground, pushing the ground away from us, and just go up to a standing position and then back down. Okay, we're going to do that just for 3. So I'm in this neutral half kneeling position. I'm nice and relaxed. Now I create that tension on that front leg, driving my foot, trying to press the ground away from me into that nice standing position, and then back down. We're going to do that for 3, okay? So drive forward and up. Notice while you're moving, as I come up, I'm trying to extend that knee back. So I'm in this nice tall position, and then I coil back into my hips, back into that nice neutral position. So make sure you angle that front leg somewhere that's comfortable for you, and make sure that back foot, that toe is curled. For each. Very nice. So now that you've done 3 on each side, meet me in this standing position. We are on our feet. We're going to continue this next series of movements. Okay, so along with that split squat, we're going to go into a reverse lunge. So big reverse lunge, step back, same type of pattern as that split squat, except this time I'm going to rotate and continue that rotation over that knee. And then as I come back to neutral, I'm going to swing that leg back to a standing position. So all at once, rotate over that knee. Knee doesn't necessarily have to come to the ground, but get to a depth that's going to challenge you. Okay, so 3 each side. And back to a standing position. So rotate over, back to standing, What I'm trying to do here is just challenge that internal rotation of the hip and challenge that stability of that leg. All right, let's continue to move. Let's continue to feel good. This morning session, we're going to do a little bit of a complex here. So just follow along at first, and then you can go ahead and move. So next movement is going to be a hip hinge, or what we call a good morning, or as you've maybe seen, deadlift, RDL, inverted hamstring, they all have similar names. Big thing here is that I want to differentiate my knee and my hip. So I want to bend at the hip so my torso comes down. I'm going to find the ground with my hands, walk it out nice and slow. Then I'm just going to go into a nice shoulder tap each side, and then walk it back in reverse, trying to create some depth through the hip. If I want to come up to a squat, I just make sure I want to finish with my chest even with the ground and then to a standing position. So you want to go nice and slow. Okay, make sure you're getting into those hips. Even I have separated my feet a little wider. If you want to try that, you can, just to add some depth and range. So that hip hinge, hand walk, and then shoulder tap. Go ahead and give that a try if you haven't started already. Okay, so 3 of each, nothing crazy. Very nice. All right, so give you another 10 seconds or so on that. And then we're going to go into basically the base position of a front squat. So trying to create that stability through the shoulders. It's a position that I think makes sense with the squat. Sometimes going back here with that body weight squat can be tough. So I want you just to direct those hands straight out in front of you. Create almost like a shelf with your shoulders. Okay, so I'm nice and rigid. I'm going to rotate my fingers out. Okay, so if this is my thumb, I'm going to go thumbs up. My palms are up, and I've kind of torqued my shoulders in. And I'm just going to go full body weight squat. Try to hold for 3 seconds, and then back to the top. Okay, so you're just going to get as deep as possible. I'll show you again. Palms are down. Now palms are up. I've corkscrewed. I'm ready to carry whatever on those shoulders. Come down for 3, and then back up. Only 3 squats, so a little different. We're just working on ranges. This mobility. So don't worry about the volume. We're just trying to worry about getting those patterns down. All right, if that was easy, now we're going to take it into this overhead position. Now, same type of situation. Let me try to give you another view. Palms are going to be down. I'm going to rotate my palms up and then get into this nice big Y position. I'm still driving those thumbs straight back. And same thing, I'm trying to get as deep as possible and then back to the top. I want to really hold that bottom position. Don't just peak and just dip into that bottom position and come up. Let's try to really feel that tension in the shoulders. Then back to a standing position. Last one. Perfect. Very nice. So that does it for our morning mobility. If you didn't join us at the beginning class, I was saying, of course, all of these sessions are recorded. A tip from me to you would be write things down, write some areas of your body that you're struggling with, whether it be ankle or shoulder. Try to do 3 to 5 correctives. Okay, I can obviously help you with this. Please reach out. Feel free. Write them down. Be consistent over time. You will notice a change. Okay, so let's try to hammer those throughout the weekend. Come back feeling as fresh as possible. Thank you so much for joining. We have a live at home session coming next. Would love if you would join that. It's going to be a little bit more intense. We're going to sweat a little bit more, and we're going to continue to move. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day. Mahalo.